get the document I asked you to send for me. Okay, and that document is very well needed because I'll be needing it. All right, welcome, Destiny. I can see you. Esther, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please. I'll need the document. And I don't know why you didn't. Did you send it? Okay, you didn't send it. Please. I'll need. Did you work on it? Were you able to work on it?
Yes. No, sir, I wasn't able to work on it today, sir. I was a bit busy
Okay.
this morning.
All right, that's interesting. So do we have anybody that owns a LinkedIn account that has a complete CV and also has their picture available? Because I told you all to bring your pictures, make your pictures available, then your LinkedIn profile and as well as your CV. So does anybody have that? Nobody. Okay, so in the absence of that, I'm going to try to work with what we have. And I believe you all can see my screen, right? So I think I saved Esther's CV. All right, so today we are going to be focusing on LinkedIn profile optimization. And we are going to be doing a couple of research, just as we always start out. We start out with research and then we move over. So I'm going to be staring down a bit and I'll be looking at my notes because I didn't have time to put it up here. So I'll just be looking at my notes and then probably would continue from there. All right. So what we have here that we're going to do today is, first of all, introduction, which I've already done. And then we are going to look at the topics we are handling, which is LinkedIn optimization. Hopefully time permits us to go through everything, but if not, we'll have to continue from tomorrow. Then we'll be starting out by doing a little bit of research. So the research that we are going to be doing is going to be focusing on LinkedIn. So one of the things I'll do is, first of all, we are going to open up LinkedIn and we'll try to look at a couple of profiles, which is one of the things I do when we want to get started. Now, you want to optimize your profile, but you want to have a look at some profiles. And I'm just going to search randomly. Hopefully, I get what I'm looking for. The network is bad today, and it's a mess for me. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn. I'll try to go to my profile. And the network is really stressing me. Okay, so this is what my profile looks like. Okay, this is what I have as my banner. So the things that we are going to be focusing on is, one, we are going to be looking at your picture. Then we are going to be looking at the banner. Then we are also going to be looking at your section, this section. So this is called your LinkedIn About section, right? So we have this, all of these things. You are going to fill it up. Then we have all down to this place, this featured section. I've not really worked on mine recently. It's one of the things I want to work on, but I'm going to show you what I would love you to do. Then this is where we have your experience and then your certifications, volunteer experience, skills, recommendation languages, organizations that you belong to, interests, membership, courses, all those things and all what's not. So I'm going to try to look for, in no order and no particular preference, I'm just going to try to pull up a couple of profiles and show you what I mean. So I'm going to open up this and look at, I want you to pay attention. So we have the banner here. This is Jasmine Gatuga, by the way. She's a designer, but I think she's also switching into LinkedIn optimization sort of. So I would show you. So we have the profile picture. Now everything has to match your brand color and brand style. And this is sort of her own design. And this is the featured section I was telling you about. So we are going to do something. Okay, she just has only two. And these are posts that she made about section, all of this. So the major area I want you to pay attention with is this, and then here. Okay, so let me search for someone else. Let me do this. So I'll be looking at majorly Nigerian profiles. There are foreign profiles too, but they are sort of hard to find, especially when it comes to this design aesthetics. You mostly see it when you come home. Okay, so while waiting for this, hopefully we'll just have a look at these two and you will get an idea of what I'm looking for. Okay, so I don't want us to waste so much time. You can also do research. There are lots of people that have their profiles like this. Okay, and I just want you to see this. So you can see the banner, very, very important. Then we have the picture itself, that is your profile photo, and then your tagline. He has removed some things from his own. It was much, much bigger than that. And I want to show you featured section. So you can see here, this is a course he's selling, discovery call, Calendly link. This is what his own look like. Those are the two things I want you to, pay attention to. So I'll come here and try to search for someone I know personally. Let me see. And I would also show you guys one of the ones that I worked on. So I don't know if she has updated her LinkedIn profile, because I did something recently for someone. So let me see. I hope he hasn't changed it. I doubt he has. No, I'm not looking for Jasmine. I'm looking for Jerry. Oh, the network is really a mess today. God. Okay, so we look at this. This is Jerry's own. I'm going for it because he has his brand color shines. And then I want to show you guys what his featured section looks like. I don't know if he has built a featured section. Okay, yes. Okay, no, he hasn't. Right? So he hasn't. But then let me do one last search. Hopefully she has set it up. I hope so. Okay. Hopefully. Let me see. I doubt, but then if not, but if she has, it will make a lot of sense to show you the design direction we are going for with this. This is already becoming so much research. Okay, she hasn't yet set it up. She hasn't yet set it up. But that's by the way. So let's look at Esther's own. So Esther has done something. Sorry. So Esther has done something, and I was hoping to work with her own. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this. Now, one of the things I try to avoid, especially with LinkedIn, is, this hyphen thing that comes with names. So what I do is I just do first name and last name. So Esther, you are going to rearrange this. Your first name should always come first. I listened to a podcast. I feel the woman is too harsh, right? But she was saying that once she asks you to introduce yourself and then you lead by your surname first, she's going to say you're not serious and she'll kick you out of the door. I mean, that is a bit harsh, considering the fact that we are coming from a culture where they say surname first, right? Meanwhile, it was supposed to be the other way around. So just you have to replace this. Your surname should always come last. That's why it's called last name, okay? Your first name, because people like addressing you by your first name. So what I want you to do is this hyphen, you are going to remove it. I think it's always set up around profile. I think it's under settings, right? So please do your research to find out how to do it. I don't want to start going into that. It's going to take my time. I've forgotten where you normally set it up. So if anybody knows, you can just drop where you set it up in the comments, in the chats. But I know you set it up. Try to remove this, or just make it just your first name and your last name. Then you can remove. If someone has taken that, you can add the your middle name. Okay, but I always try to avoid hyphen. I always try to avoid underscore. Like mine is just mykailarisa written together, and as much as my name, this is because for verification purposes. So Michael is not yet on my official documents, and that is why we have this for verification. So I can see what you are doing here and what you are going for, and as much as I like it, but I'm going to try to pull out this image to see if I can download and use it. Okay, I can save image. Hopefully I can, because I'll be needing it for what I want to create next. I was hoping that Destiny should have reached out to me earlier. He was supposed to show us how to, in fact, Destiny, I think you would even do that. I don't know how much time we have, but I was hoping that you would show us how to create photos using AI, because you've been doing that. I see it on your status. So I will just save this as Esther, and I think it was saved on my desktop. I don't know if there's any other picture. I saw one. Okay, so this. Okay, so Esther, you are using one picture on LinkedIn. I used to laugh at people that do this, so please. So you are going to get more pictures and plenty pictures of yourself. So when you post, try to make it. I don't know why they do that in Nigerian LinkedIn. I mean, I don't understand. Is it only one picture that you have? People always do that. They just keep on using one picture to post on everything. So please, I don't know who is encouraging that behavior or why, but then please try to get a lot of variations, right, so that you can have multiple pictures for yourself. And so let's work with what we have. Let's work with what we have. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this because we'll be needing it. I'm going to quickly open up my notepad. Sorry, my notepad is a mess. Okay, I was thought it makes you have one identity that people can know. Yes, it does. But then I think that is a wrong one, because your identity shouldn't be tied on the picture you are using. Because imagine you keep on using one picture for me. When I see it, right, I just feel like, oh, this person does not have pictures, or I feel like, oh, this person is being fake, right? Use your pic, and most times they'll just use AI generated picture, or they'll use one particular picture over and over and over. I don't really know if the algorithm favors that, right? But I feel that beyond trying to, a lot of people are so much focused on virality and all of those things, but that's not what's going to get you the jobs. So that's not what's going to get you jobs. If you are focusing on going viral, because that's what they do in Nigerian Link. You see somebody that is very that has gone viral with a lot of followers, but the person is struggling to land remote jobs, and it's just part of those things, right? And you see someone that doesn't even have much. There are people with accounts that are not really aesthetically optimized that are banging a lot of jobs out there, right? So I feel beyond that, build for your personality. Don't build for the bandwagon. I love the blue ocean strategy, right? Because me, whenever I see people doing the same thing, I try to do the opposite, right? I don't like following the crowd. So just try to have a variation of your pictures, but just try to make sure that the pictures are sort of, because imagine you went to an event and you want to share a story of that event. Would you want to use that same picture, or would you want to use pictures you took from the event where you have people, real people that you can also tag? So beyond trying to use one picture to tell all the stories and all of these things, I don't really know who started that culture, but I feel like it's a flawed culture, and it should be tackled as fast as it can. The Nigerian LinkedIn space is just becoming robotic, and I feel that a lot of things have to be done to change it. So I'm going to use Gemini. I'm going to use Gemini because Destiny refused to respond to me on time. So I'll use
I'm
Gemini
very,
and
very
I'll work.
sorry, sir.
Yes, Destiny, go on.
I'm very, very sorry, sir. Good evening, everybody. I I had actually seen your message late, sir. So I apologize. I'm very sorry, sir. I don't know if we can carry on from now. Don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm teasing. I was just teasing you. I was just teasing you. Okay, so I've gotten our picture. Yes. So I have a picture of Esther that we are going to be using, and then I'm going to look for a reference image. So I'll be looking for professional portraits. Let me see if I can see anything. Professional portraits. Let me just add headshot. So let me see. Okay, and let me go to images. So I want to get a reference image, and let's work with I want the one that has amazing lighting. Okay, let's work with this. Ooh, I like this one. Who feels like this one makes sense? So let's open this in new tab. Then let's open this in new tab. This is going to take time. Okay, let me try to download. Okay, let me just try to download this. Can I? Yes. My network is really killing me. Let me just save this. Okay, so I'm waiting for it. My network is killing me today. My network is killing me today. And I don't really have much time. Okay, so I'll say reference A. What are you doing? And then I'll save. And can I find my reference B, please? Okay. Okay. Go into Gemini and I'll pull up my reference images. Okay. So I'll pull up my reference images. Where are they? They should be in download. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Sorry, let me be sure. Yeah, I named them correctly. So where are they? Oh, they went to desktop. They went to desktop. Okay. All right. So let's upload files. Go to desktop. Then let's type R. Where are they? Okay, look at them here. So you will see where I'm going to with this. So first of all, these are the ones I created, by the way. These ones are the ones I created, including this and then this. So I created these ones using the brand color. So what I want to do is, first of all, I want to tell it this, and I'm going to tell it to analyze the images and analyze the images. Okay, and and identify the cinematic photography style and lighting pattern used. Full stop. Then, because I don't want to waste time, then create a prompt that can be used to replicate this exact shots as well as 3 variations that includes a side profile. Now, why I'm doing this is I have a little bit of idea when it comes to photography, right? So that's why I'm trying to use all these things. For you, you would do a little bit of research and figure out what you need to do, okay? So I have a little, so that includes the side profile, a top-down shot, because I want to see what that will look like, and that includes the side profile, top-down shot, and professional portrait and the headshot. So I'm supposed to remove the first, and so this is it. Analyze the picture, identify the cinematic photography style, comma, camera settings, right? And lighting pattern used, then create a prompt. So this is just what I wanted to do for me. I'm going to run off with it. So once it does that, it's going to analyze this and then come up with the prompt. Then I'm now going to use the prompt to create an image, right? So once it gives me the prompt, I'm going to use this particular prompt to, I will switch this to image creation. This place that has tools, I'll switch this to create image. Then I'll use the prompt. And then, so it says reference A, this, it's identifying, so it say high key portrait, blah blah blah, and then it says this is the camera settings, right? So it's looking at it. Lens should be this, shutter this, cinematic style, low key moody, this. It's a AI image generation prompt. So to get the best result, replace subject description with your desired character details. Example, a 30-year-old Nigerian man with blah blah. Don't worry about those things. Depending on whether you want bright, blah 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 blah. So okay, so what I would do is, it's just stressing me, right? I don't want to copy the prompts. I'll just continue the conversation. So I'll upload another file. Now this file is going to be Esther's picture. So where do I have Esther, look at it here. So we are going to work with Esther's picture. So I've uploaded it. Then I will tell it, using the prompt you generated above. Okay. No, not using the prompt. So I'll say use the attached image as your reference for the final image you will create. Full stop. Okay, so that's what I say. Use the attached image as your reference to the final image you create. And okay, so I'm trying to look at how to join this and run. Let me just say create, comma, run the prompts you just generated, right? So I think that will be that. I don't really want to go so much on it, so I'm going to change this to create image, and I'm going to run it. So let's see what it gives us. So what we're looking for is 3 pictures. So once we have our pictures, I think the next thing that we are going to be doing is to now go and start, we'll now generate our LinkedIn. So where is our CV? Where is our CV? Okay, this is LinkedIn. Okay, let me open recent. Where did it open? Okay. Okay, I think I should have your CV somewhere. Yes. So it's generating. Okay, we already have one picture coming up. Why are you joining all the pictures into 4? I need, he joined everything together, B. Stupid Gemini. So, God, this is one of so this is one of the challenges that we always face, especially when it comes to creating images. I don't have, you see the thing about AI, you see I was telling you guys garbage in, garbage out. I just thought you run a prompt and it's decided to lump. Okay, so I will tell it, um, I prefer this one. Now, I don't even know how to get this particular one because this one is amazing and I don't want this. So I think let me tell it to separate the image into 4 different images. Oh God. So I don't know why it's messing up. It's funny how the AI thinks. And I don't know what, let me even look at the prompt that he wrote and why he decided to lump everything together. Interesting. Please, once it does this, I just want to move as fast as I can because we don't have time on our side. So hopefully it separates it, please. Oh, God. Oh my God. So finally, I'll just have to do so. Oh God. So it wants me to do everything one by one. Okay, it's fine. I would do that. I would do that. I would do that. Let me see if I can edit. So I can't edit this. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you to create just variation 1. Oh, so I'll have to create this one after the other. Okay, so you need only image on frame 2. Try that. Okay. Let's finish this one. If it messes up, then we are going to try your suggestion, Moon. We're going to try it. Time is not on our side. So the network is making this session. Okay, so it's creating. So this is variation 1. All right, thank you. I'll just tell it create only variation 2. So Esther, you know the mistake I made. I didn't tell it to use this color as your background color. So I'm just doing this for you guys to understand where I'm taking this to. You can get to work on it later. I think that's what I'll do. But you would understand how to create images. So it's creating this. It's also going to create the other one. I can give it to you later, but I'll just download one so I can proceed with what I'm teaching you. So when you see, how does this variation now, how is this a different variation from this? So I think this is where Gemini um doesn't really shine. I know what it was. It was a hassle for me to be able to get these 4 pictures. Let me see if I can find those pictures again and show you what it looked like. It was a stress for me to get it. I know what I had to battle with it, but then I got it. So this is what it looks like. Let me try to. So this was the first one, and then I got this one, and you will see what I did with this. Then I got this. I really love this one, like the way it was shining. You see what I did with it, and then I got this as well. Now I want you guys to pay attention to this, this, and this 4 of it, right? Because I might not be able to do designs. I might not be able to do designs. I might not be able to do designs. We'll get to work on designs later because I would have loved to do designs, but I might not be able to do designs. So what we'll do is this. So we have this. I'm going to switch this off and I'm going to paste in our CV, right? So I'm just doing everything in one workflow. You can use different charts. You can use multiple charts. but I just want to breeze through everything. Now, before I move over to Canva and start designing, this is another thing that I'm going to do. So I'll come over here and I will get her CV. I think her CV should be somewhere. Okay, look at it. So, and I would give it a prompt. I'll tell it, where is the LinkedIn that, okay, we copied. So I will tell it to, where is Gemini? Okay. So I'll tell Gemini to analyze the LinkedIn profile. I'll say analyze these LinkedIn profile, because I'm going to paste the link. Okay, analyze this LinkedIn profile, then I'll paste it. Analyze that and reconcile the and reconcile it rather with the CV I attached, right? Push off. After which, create okay, so let's say create an SEO optimized LinkedIn profile section. So let's say LinkedIn profile section, full stop. Research the LinkedIn platform for industry standards and optimize the profile to land high paying virtual assistants and social media management roles, right? So once I do that, I'm going to tell it to write using the PAS and AIDA copywriting, framework. Right, so it's going to write it using this in a conversational, friendly, and witty yet professional tone. Esther, I hope I got it, because I remember you made mention of witty yesterday, so I'm trying to follow through with that. And I hope I got it. Yes, thank you so much. I'm going to leave the typography errors. So in case you are doing yours, so you see how detailed this prompt is. This is what you want it to do. Then you run that. So while it's running, I will quickly open Canva and I'll try to show you guys what I would want you to do. Because designing on Canva will take us time. It's going to take us time. So I'll leave you guys to do it. I wanted to do this for I wanted to do everything for Esther, hand it over to her so that she can now go ahead and implement it on her profile. However, that time we might not have that time because it's going to take a lot of time for me to design. It's launching Canva on my desktop, but Canva on my desktop messes up. So I'll continue on browser. Let me see if the network will permit us. Network is not permitting us. I don't have that luxury of time. So, because I'm running on backup power. So I'm going back here. Let's see how well. So it's still working. Okay, so it says here is the fully reconciled optimized profile of algorithm value keyword. This have been strategically woven, blah, blah, blah. Step one, SEO optimize headline. So this is what we are going to do. All right. So you are going to choose one. So Esther, I'll send this as a document across to you. So everybody you will get to do your own. For those of you that are watching, you get to do this same thing that I'm talking about. You have to do it. Choose any one that you like. Now, for me, I will choose, since you've not started workflow automation, so I would go for this. This one makes sense. Zapier is not hard to learn. So this one, so you can say executive virtual assistant and social media manager. I turn chaos into calm for founders. I like this one. So option one, then you are now going to go through this. And if you like it, just copy it. In fact, you don't even need to like it. Copy it. If there are things that you can work on, right? You can work on it. Then Esther, you're laughing. Then your experience section, you have to edit it and add all these things. So the way it is, just the way it's written like this, add all of these things. And then for your skills, the area you have skills, add them. So I don't know why it didn't really give me a detailed. This is not what I'm looking for. I mean, other things should be here, right? But let's just start out with this one. But I just want you guys to get the idea of what I'm gunning for. I have a prompt. Please remind me. I have a prompt I'm going to send across to you guys. I have a prompt for LinkedIn. I'm going to send it across to you. It's one of the prompts I used. I don't know if it was on this account that I worked on. Let me see if it was this account that I worked on, that branding. Radiant Rainmaker is Radiant Rainmaker. I think I created a gem. Okay, it's on my other account. I would have shown you guys the LinkedIn prompt I use. I will give it to you. I will give you that prompt. That was even the prompt I wanted to use for us to do this. It's a very detailed prompt. It will give you everything you're looking for. But read through what I just used here, right? And then merge it with that other one. Esther, please remind me to send that prompt by the time we are done with the class so that everybody will get access to it. There are lots of profiles I listed out for Gemini or whichever one you want to use your AI tool. It's going to do a research on those list of names, study their profile, study everything, and try to optimize your profile for roles. So you have to merge that the prompt I'm going to give you with this one I used here. Look for anything that is missing here, anything that is missing there that is here. But if everything that is here is mentioned there, then just run that prompt. That prompt will do justice for you. It will do everything for you. But first of all, reconcile your CV. If you created the CV the way we did yesterday, right? So if you have not created your CV, please go back, watch the yesterday session and create your CV. So once we are done with that, you will come over to LinkedIn and then you start editing your profile. First of all, the first thing you want to do, please change this, your username, change it. So once you are done changing it, okay, you're welcome, Onyekachi. All right, sure. You can join us. What you can do is tomorrow when you charge your phone, you can go through the replay session. I'll be uploading it on YouTube. Okay, you'll see it there. So when you come to your LinkedIn, first thing you want to do is, all right, good night. So the first thing you want to do is change your username. Once you change your username, that's the first thing, because you want to make sure that your username is the way you want it to be, because we are going to be embedding it on your CV. We are going to be embedding it on your CV. And I don't know if you guys know how to embed. So what you would do is, rather than, I don't know if my CV, let me open up my CV so you see what I did with embed. So let me just quickly show you what I did. 2507. Okay, yes. So while this is loading, oh, my network. So hopefully I'm waiting for my CV to, sorry. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, um, this is the next step. And when you get to this stage, you are almost done. When you get to this stage, you're almost done. This is like the hard work that you need to do for you to get what you are looking for. Because from here, we have, I think I've talked about, let me look at my notes quickly. So I've already talked about we've created the photos, we've also generated our LinkedIn sessions, right? And of course, we've reconciled it with the CV. And then when you are done, export it to document. I mean, that's basic knowledge, right? So let me show you guys quickly. So this is the LinkedIn banner. I'll show you how you can get this. Is you just come to this place. What do you want to design? You type LinkedIn banner. And once you type LinkedIn banner, always work with the templates. Don't try to overthink it. Okay. I think it's searching my own. Okay, so you guys can see this was the first design I was trying to work with. It didn't really hit for me. So I use this. Let me open this up in a new tab. I would also open this up in a new tab. I did something on Instagram as well, but I don't think it will show up. So I'll show you guys what I would want you to design. And that reminds me, continue in browser instead. Continue in browser instead. Okay, so we have, look at what I was saying. So you can see here that for my LinkedIn, I have just my name on that LinkedIn profile. I don't know if you can see. So this is mine. Let me zoom in a bit. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can see that.
In French nouns have genders. I do not.
Sorry, that's my Siri. I don't know why it's making noise. Okay, so let me see if it will zoom in. It's taking time. Sorry, it's taking time. Okay, so while it's doing its thing, okay, network is really messing up today. Today just wants to be one of those days. Okay, so I hope this comes up. I'm trying to see if okay, it's not zooming. Can you guys see it at least? If you can see it, please let me know because I wanted to zoom in. I see what was delaying it. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you very much, Blessing. Thank you very much. I think I've been able to zoom in. I've been able to zoom in. Okay. All right. Thank you. So this is what I wanted to show you. Now you can see here. I was supposed to change this. This was supposed to come underneath. This one would be on top, right? So it's one of the mistakes there. And I'm just noticing this. I don't know why I've not been really looking at it. Probably because it's my CV. So I would correct this. I'll move this over to the top and then let this one come underneath. So this is what I wanted to show you. You can see that here I have LinkedIn and then I have this. So this is, if you click on it, it's going to open my LinkedIn. If you can see here that there's a link coming up there, right? If I hover my mouse over it, a link will pop up. If you look at it, that's my LinkedIn profile link URL. Then this is my portfolio, right? So I link both my portfolio and my URL so they can get access to it. So I'm going to update this CV probably later. So I think it's about 2 pages. So one page is no longer enough for me. That's about that. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. So when you create yours, you embed. And the way I created it, I used so the way I don't know what you're saying, Destiny. So when I created it, I used Canva. So you can also do that. I'm trying to see. So let me just quickly show you guys. So for your banner, remember the images I created. So this is where I use them. You can see this. I did this and I created this. So it said, I build elegant automated email systems that turn quiet brilliance into loud profits. So, and then the person, their title, email marketing automation. If you don't know how to design with Canva, then it's your cue to sign up for the branding for courses, branding for coaches, SMEs, and freelancers course that will be dropping. So you can join the wait list. The wait list is just 2,000 naira. It's not expensive. And but if you can design, please go ahead. I would love to see what you guys will do tomorrow. Okay, let's do it this way. You do your design, then you send it to me. I would look at it while you are working on it. When you are done with it, send it across to me. I'll look at it, tell you the things that you need to do well, and then you can go back and then do it well. When you are done, you can, if I check mark the banner, you can now upload it on your LinkedIn profile, upload your profile photo, and then let's get, because I want to get your URLs. Tomorrow you're going to be submitting, or rather, yes, tomorrow you'll be submitting your LinkedIn URLs and I'll go through it. So let me quickly show you guys. This is the banner, right? So this is one of the things that you're going to design. Then here you have this. So this is the clarity session for Calendly. You can see what I did here. I just played around with copy. I said uncover your radiance. Now, this is all about the brand, her own brand tone. So she goes by the name the Radiant Rainmaker. In the sense, radiant by the color she used, rainmaker by what she does for your business. So I make it rain. Sort of like the way people say, oh, I make it rain. And then making it rain is like making the money flow, that kind of stuff. So for your business, for her to make sure, so she uses these vibrant colors to ensure that you get your return on investment through email and automated systems. So that's the whole vibe around it. So I want you to also think of something that you can look for. Like for me, my catchphrase is I'm your friendly value mate, right? So wherever you see it, I'm mykailarisa, your friendly value mate. For those of you that met me and interact, Esther sort of heard a lot about that. I even had to tell her the origin story of how the name came about. Don't worry, one of these days you guys will also hear the origin story, but that's by the way. Now, this was the other picture. You can see how I use different pictures to tell different stories. So I just switched this over to this place. So we have uncover your radiance. And the reason is this. You are doing a clarity session. So we want to give you clarity. So what does clarity mean? Clarity means to reveal, right? So we want to uncover, going by the brand tone. And then, so these are the benefits. So what you do is you have your title, you have benefits, and your call to action. So that's what I want you guys to take note of when you are designing this. Uncover your radiance, spot this, map your silent sales path, and assess your exact automation needs. Then we have the strategy. Strategy session is always going to be paid, right? Your clarity session is free, but your strategy and is on Calendly. So your strategy session is going to be paid. It can also be on Calendly. But you can book it. You can link it through Seller, right? If you want to learn how to create Seller courses or Seller links for Calendly purchase and all, I think I did a video on that on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. So for this, so what we call this is the alignment audit. Now, why we are going for the audit, we want to audit your current marketing strategy to align it with what your business desires or business goals are. So you see here, get your custom revenue blueprint, install elite psychological buying triggers, and then reclaim hours with smart automation. The goal is just 3 benefits. Always make sure you use 3 benefits. Then the call to action is build your custom strategy. Then we have email newsletter. Of course, you are going to build your newsletter where you have you also have a lead magnet, right? I think a lead magnet. Yes, that's it. That's the lead magnet. So this is the newsletter. So for people that just want to join, so it says join the exclusive syndicate. So it's like there is a term she calls her followers, right? So this is what it is like. So now the name of the letter is the Berry Dispatch. Now the berry here has to match her brand color, and I don't know, I can't pull up convert. Okay, remember when I told you guys that Canva was pulling in brand colors that I use? This was the work that I did that pulled up. Look at it. So the name of her color is called the Berry Authority. Like that's the name of her brand colors. What do they call it? Color palette, right? So, and if I open up this color in the brand kit, so if I open it up, you can see the different names. I don't know if I can show you guys. So you can see here, we are using the Radiant Rainmaker brand kit. This is my own brand kit, right? That's where my brand colors are. So I wanted to show you the different names for the different colors. I don't know if that's possible. Okay, it's okay. So yes. So this one is called polished copper. This one is called background plum. This one is called plum shine. This one is called darkest plum. This one is sweet berry, soot berry, sorry, because it was pulled off from the color of her suit. Then this one is called skyberry. Now, why are we calling it skyberry? Just it's lighter instead of sky blue. There's no, it's just copy driven. So, and the berry that is shining there is because of this, the berry authority. And this is like her primary color. This is like the accent color, you know, that kind of stuff. So, of course, this isn't a design class. I don't want to dwell so much on design. Okay. I hope I'm not boring, guys. If you guys are enjoying the session, please drop some fire emojis so that I will know that I'm carrying you along. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we have joined the exclusive syndicate for the people that she's working with. That is her followers and people that are going to be joining her list. So the berry dispatch. Now, dispatch means that you are sending out something, right? So we say mail. So you've got a mail. You are sending out mail. So it's more or less that's what's guiding this. If you notice, we are playing around with copy a lot. So we are playing around with the words that are tied down to her brand. So master the silent sales cycle. This is like a benefit of people that are going to join this list. So when you are building your own, always look at it. Three benefits, all these things are to help with consistency. And then you can see that the colors are there. By the time you are done with this, your brand is going to have a consistent feel. Remember, this is optimization, and we're looking at surface level positioning, right? That's the first positioning that you can do for your brand, especially when it has to do with branding, right? So surface level, I go in depth on it inside the brand course. Obviously, most of you are going to get access to it. So this is where we have her portfolio, right? I think I didn't even do anything for the lead magnet. So, and that's another thing. So the other section that you can build out, the other page you can build out can be your lead magnet, which is something that people can download to join your email list. So for those of you that are going to do email marketing, you will understand it. So this is like a portfolio. So somebody wants to work with you. So I call it the Rainmaker's blueprints. So blueprints are like, if she takes you behind the scene to see how she works and how she has been able to get people the result that she has gotten for them. So this is where you sit. So that's why it's called the blueprints, right? So Rainmaker, you can see we have Rainmaker a lot coming up to show you. This is the Radiant Rainmaker. You see terms like Radiant across, you see Berry, you see blueprints, sorry, not blueprints, you see Rainmaker as well. I've talked about it. So all these things, if you notice, it ties down to the brand, both the color and everything. Is just essentially branding decisions, right? So this is it. And like I told you, you are going to create this. So if you want to take it a notch further, you can do something for Instagram. So I'm trying to recall, we did something for Instagram, and the place you get your Instagram to shine is this. So one is you get to do once you put in your profile photo, then you do, there are things called story highlights. So your story highlights are like these, they are just circles that live above the grid on your Instagram profile. So I'm going to show you what we did with hers. I'm trying to see all. Let me see if it's, yes. So this is her own. So you can see that I also designed a profile photo for her here. So this is the profile photo she's going to be using for her LinkedIn profile and every other thing. So I think that's right there. So while these other ones are opening, I can quickly close this. So does anyone, okay, before I take questions, let me just run you through the highlights, and then we can know that we are done with that. So after you've done your design, you have to export. And for you to export your Canva design, you just come here. It's still loading. You click here and then click on download, and it's going to download it. Okay. So, and once you've been able to export it, the next thing is just to start setting it up on your profile. So you go to your profile. First of all, you are going to go to your featured section, and then you are going to start uploading all of these things. Okay, so let me quickly show you. I think it has loaded, not yet, but this is a design direction guide. You can see we added like a radiant sphere behind her. So if you notice, everything is all geared towards the design direction. By the way, this was created, this was generated with Gemini, the same Gemini that is giving us headache. So, but it gave me headache though the time I was trying to generate this, but I was glad I was able to generate it. I mean, okay, so maybe one of these days we'll call Destiny to come and show us how he generates all those beautiful portraits on his WhatsApp profile. Yes, Destiny, I'm calling you out. You come and show us how to do it. So I want you to look at this. So this is about me. And what I did was I spelled, if you notice, I'm having this glow around it because something that is radiating, it means that it's emanating glow. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So it's emanating glow, it's emanating essence, it's radiating life out. Like, so we have to, if we are designing that, we want to make sure that there's something coming out of, like, we want to make sure that it's, if we say radiant, we are expressing to people that when they look at it, oh, this stuff is radiating, it's radiant enough, right? So, and then the direction is that we are spelling out radiant. You can see it here. So which means when you go to Instagram, to, I don't know if my Instagram can open on this. Let me see if my Instagram can open here so I can show you what I mean. Right. But and this stuff will make a lot of sense. And what I want to tell you guys is, once you start your branding, do not relent or do not sleep on carousels. So if you don't know what carousels are like multiple images that have been stitched together. For instance, if you go to Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn, there is a place you see images, and then you swipe, and then you swipe, and then you swipe, and then you swipe, and then you swipe. So most times it's used for educational purposes. Now, if you want to teach people something, so you have like the title cover, the swipe, then you have the hook. There's a formula for it. I think since Instagram carousels contain like 10 slides, that's 10 photos. So you use the AIDA formula, which is the basic formula for creating content. AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. Sorry, I didn't mention this earlier. PAS stands for problem, agitate, and solve. By the way, PAS is my favorite. So now, but for content creation, AIDA is the king, right? You can't go wrong with AIDA. So the A, I think the way it was split, and this wasn't coined by me, it was coined by Chris Do. If you want to learn about Instagram carousels, just go to YouTube and search Chris Do. You are going to see a lot of content. Just search Chris Do Instagram carousel. Right, you're going to learn a lot about carousels, creating them, and all of that. So the A, I think for the 10 slides, you have A, I, D, 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 A, A, right? So, and the way the A is for action, that is your title, right? So you want to always, that's why it's very important for you, irrespective of whether you want to be a professional copywriter, as long as you are doing anything online, right? And you want to sell online because you are selling your service, no matter what it is that you are selling, and you need to learn copywriting. Very, very important, because it is on copywriting that content writing is built on. Because content writing is just copywriting without the sales aspect, right? But even on content writing, there's still a call to action. However, the call to action will be things like share, like, repeat, all those things that are not let's say that are not profit oriented, right? But then for copywriting is direct response marketing. It's click here to buy. Like, take this action. Click here to watch for adverts, like click here to learn more. Now, when you get to a landing page, click here to sign up, click here to join. Like the actions are tailored towards getting out money from your pocket. That's the only difference, right? Copywriting has to do with sales. Content writing is just without the sales, educating people. So you have the A, the I, the interest. Why you are using 2 slides to do your interest is to further create a slippery slope. Then you have desire. That's where you start giving out. For instance, hopefully I can see a carousel. Okay, I'll just search for yes, sign in ours. So you want me to sign in? Okay, let me see if I'll sign in. Hopefully it doesn't force me to sign in. Okay. Come on. I'm sorry, just give me a little bit of time. Let me do this. Okay. So I think, I don't know if the message is going to come on WhatsApp. Okay, on WhatsApp. Oh, so sorry. Sorry, just bear with me. Look, I've seen it. Okay, so I believe it should be in. The info is already saved. Oh my, I should have just saved it. Okay, so while we are waiting for it, do you have any question as regards to all the things that I've talked about now? Because I think that with this, we are done. So do you have any question? Do you have any confusion? Let me start attending to it while I try to show you what I'm looking at. So I'll just go to my profile quickly. So does anybody have any questions so far? Please, you can drop your question. Okay, so look at this. Now I'm going to, when I start dropping my carousels here, I'm going to remove all these from my grids. I'm going to leave them under here. So if you want to see videos that I've made, you have to come here and watch it. I'm not doing videos for you. Like, you have to come here and watch it. But my profile carousels are going to live here, right? So I will just remove all these things because I don't want them to be here. Like, they don't have any business here. My carousels are going to be here because my social profile is basically for educating people, giving out value, right? So they will come here and stay. Yes, the videos also give out value, right? And it does the whole virality thing, but the carousels, that is what my Instagram is for. Then if I want to post lifestyle, they can be here. Like, you can see this place. This is what I'm talking about. And then for your Instagram too, I didn't really get to mention this. So this is also how you get to build out your Instagram. And at the end of it, there has to be a call to action. So you can see this is the category that I'm playing in. This is my business that I'm running. This is who I am. This is what I've been able to achieve. And this is call to action. So there's a formula for it too. You can see that for each profile on social media, there are formula that you use for all of these things. So you have to know these formulas so that when you are building it out, you will follow that same method or even do better. Right now, this, if you come to this place, you will see reviews. Now, how you get to add this is, you can see we have new here. So I will add an icon and then I'll choose a story. So what you will do is just post something on your story, just one thing, just post it on your story, and then you can leave it there. Then when you come, you add all these things and just use that story to create all of these things. And then at the end of it all, later you can edit it and then remove it. So these are like the reviews I've gotten from people that I've trained, by the way, just for credibility, right? Because if you are doing all those things, people will come. Then you would also see lifestyle. This is about me. So you also need to have an about you section. And this is lifestyle. This is just where lifestyle, as the name implies, and this is where my lifestyle is going to live, right? I'm not even really doing much lifestyle content. I've not been active on Instagram. So this is quotes, right? So I was telling my designer to build out a quote template for me. So once we are done with that, this is where all the quotes are going to be. Then this was a challenge that I did. I joined a design challenge when I was still actively designing. And this was done solely using Photoshop. So I'm a Photoshop person, by the way. I just started using Canva because I am very lazy with Canva. Sorry, I'm very lazy with Photoshop these days. I mean, I'm no longer doing graphic design, but that doesn't mean that I don't design. I do design, but most times I think my design directions I get towards maybe if I'm building out an HTML email for a client, then I can do design. But oh my God, I wanted to show you guys one thing before I close Instagram. I wanted to show you what a carousel looks like. So, but this is it. I don't know. With all the things I've said so far, do you guys understand everything that we've talked about? Do you understand everything that we've talked about? Does anybody have any question? Okay, thank you, Moon. I can see that you understand. Thank you. Does anybody have any question? Anybody with any question? I'm trying to look for where they can search. Am I getting old? Okay, so I think so I don't know. Maybe it's me. Oh, please, you guys should you guys should help me out. How do you search on Instagram desktop? Because what's going on? Oh, look at it here. Oh my God. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. So what are we looking for? Yeah, let me just search for carousels. I know. Oh, there was a time I was very active on Instagram, finding carousels now. I shouldn't even be typing people's name because I don't know the guys that are actively doing carousels. Then it was Chris Do. If I go to Chris Do's page, I could easily show you guys what carousels are, but I don't know if I search for carousels, I can see people that do it. I don't know why it's not searching. Okay, let me search for Chris Do. Maybe from his account, I can now from his account, I can now find what I'm looking for. So you can see he has his own highlights. They call it highlight section. So you can see. In fact, Chris Do has scattered this page. Before, when you come to Chris Do's page, everything is on brand. This is a carousel, yes. But it's not going to be the kind of carousel that we're looking at. You can see this. This is the headline I told you about, the A. Then you have the I, right? So he look at it here. He says branding, personal branding versus corporate branding, why you shouldn't treat your personal brand as a corporation. Then he now goes over there. Number one reason people don't fall in love with corporations, they fall in love with personalities. Then he now says, he goes ahead to explain this, and then he's already delivering value, delivering value, delivering value, delivering value, delivering value. I think 9th slide is always for recap, right? So then the 10th slide is your call to action. Don't worry, when we go into branding for businesses and SMEs and coaches and freelancers, you will see all these things, because I want to make sure that that course is as detailed as it can be, and it's going to be for a low entry fee so that people can easily do these things. He has scattered his page. Before, when you come to his page, you are going to see just this type of carousel. So let me look for somebody that is following him, or somebody that he's following. One of his followers would have like that sort of profile, but finding them is where the issue is. Even the future is not like that. Yeah, I think this Alec Octopus, no, he doesn't have it. Vusi does not have it. Who can? So it's going to be Myron Golden. Myron Golden does not have it. So it's going to really be like, okay, let me see Logo Decks. Do they have it? They don't. But they are doing something similar with their style. So you want to make sure that it has to match your branding. Okay, this guy has something similar. I don't know. Okay, this guy is doing carousels. So let's look at him. Yes, but so you are seeing this. So this is what it looks like. These three that are lined up. So he's mixing it up with what is it called, lifestyle content. So I really don't know what the Instagram algorithm is favoring in 2026. I'll have to do the research on that. However, as of the time, okay, this isn't carousel, it's videos. So as of that time, carousels was like the bomb. So but I don't know about now. So this guy is not doing carousels, he's not. But I hope you guys have gotten, okay, make search for Dr. Sapphire. All right, let me do that. Thank you, Vakoma. So let's see Dr. Sapphire on IG. Yes, that's it. Yes, yeah, something like this, but these are more of posts for the CAC. I'm trying to, okay, yes, this is what it looks like, right? So for experts, this is a carousel, right? Sorry, I'm moving too fast. This is a carousel, and you can see that everything she's doing here is right on brand. You can see this is the call to action, is always the last slide. You can see everything is on brand. Look at the brand color, everything. This one is a single post. Now, by the way, it's not only carousels that are going to be. So the way we used to do it then was that we used to divide the profile into three grids. So one side here, one in the middle, and then on the left. So you can use one side to just do your carousels. People do that. Then the middle section is like their quote template. Then the other one is for single posts. Single posts can contain checklists. Single posts can contain step-by-step guide. Then single posts can contain what else? Like maybe tools, hacks, all those kind of stuff. Then lists, you get that kind of stuff. Then your quotes template is going to be what it is, just for quotes. So whatever quote you find, come across, whatever quote you come up with, that is what it's going to be for. Then the other side is now going to be your carousels, educational content. Some people do two carousels, one single post. Some people do carousel, video, single post. Some people do, then their single post section, they do single post quote, single post quote. There, even your posting. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Those days, people were intentional about how they post. So even when you are using the content multiplier formula, that is like batch producing your content. By the time you batch produce your content and you want to post it, you don't just go ahead and just post all carousels. So you are going to like post it and schedule it in such a way that when a carousel drops, a quote template drop, and then a single image drop, and then a carousel drop, quote template, just like that. And that is how, so that when you come to your page, it's going to look something like that. Okay. So you all can see that everything here, it's on brand. I don't know if she did. Yes. And you can see everybody on Instagram that is high on branding will always have this highlight. Look at this, about me. Then you always have your reviews. So if you are working, if you are doing e-com or anything, you will always have your review section. Is very, very, very key and very important. So I think with that, I've concluded what I have for you guys tonight. Please let me know if you have any question. And that will be that for now. Thank you so much, Moon. Thank you. I really appreciate you all staying. And does anybody have any question before I give you your assignment? So I'll stop sharing right about now. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vakuma, for staying. I've really stretched you guys. Thank you, Joylene, for staying. And thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Moon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for showing up. So does anybody have any question? Do you guys understand? First of all, let's even start from there. Do you understand everything that I've said? or everything I said today. Okay, you are welcome, Destiny. Okay, yes, everybody understood. All right, that's amazing. So, can you guys let me even ask the most important question. So, can you all replicate? So, are you promising me that by tomorrow, everybody has a LinkedIn profile that is highly optimized? So am I getting that promise? Am I getting that commitment? Because this is way beyond. Remember, it's a boot camp. Yes, but I would rewatch. Okay, sure. You have to. You have to. Okay. Yeah, my key takeaway is the AIDA framework for content creation. Amazing. Thank you so much. By the way, don't forget to also write that on our form. We have a form for each day where you use for your submission and you also input your key takeaway. I noticed that you guys were not putting that in the previous one. So I think maybe it was hidden due to a conditional logic. I've removed the logic to allow it to show up. Hopefully I will start receiving key takeaway from you. And I also noticed that some of you are not submitting your assignment. Is there an issue? Is there an issue? Are we fighting? Please, it's for your own good, right? Because I don't just want this to be one of those sessions where you just come, you listen, and then you go out there, right? Thank you so much, Moon. Please try to do better. So I want this session to be one of those that at the end of it, you'll be like, oh, I was able to do this. In fact, let me give you a secret. Back then in 2023 or thereabouts, okay, you've been busy. Please try to make out time, okay? Thank you. So around 2023 or so, either 2023 or 2024, when I started my YouTube channel, I started it by joining a 7-day challenge. At the end of each day, there was a task given to us. In fact, it was my very first upload on YouTube. I decided to leave it on my channel so that each time I go back and I watch it, it's funny. It's very funny, but it's there. It's a reminder. And the reason I want to leave it is that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, or even 5 years from now, I can literally tell people, hey, if you are feeling scared about starting your journey online or YouTube and all, go back to this video. I have a video on my channel, my very first ever YouTube upload. Go and watch it and laugh. When you are done watching it, you guys say most of you are doing better than I did then. So it's a cue for you to get started. Like, I just want to use that as a lesson for people, because the one of the things I noticed about most coaches and consultants, right? Or I don't even consider myself a guru, but let me call online gurus, as they call themselves. Everybody is a saint online. Nobody had a rough beginning. Nobody wants to talk about the difficult, especially on LinkedIn. Oh, I'm celebrating this, I'm celebrating this, I'm celebrating. Nobody is talking about difficult times, like how hard it is, or nobody wants to show their struggling time or their struggling era, the foundation when they were still trying to figure out their left from their right. Everybody wants to have a cleaned off portfolio, something that is serious. I feel that particular thing, people can go back, like when they see you, yeah, they make it look easy. Thank you. So when they see you and they see how far you've gone on your journey, they can go back and see when you started. And that can be a source of inspiration to someone. So that's just my own rationale behind letting everything stay bare and putting out my journey as I grow through the chaos and everything. Like, let it just be there so that people can go back and say, okay, oh, this was how this guy's trajectory was, and this was how he grew into who he became today. So I think that is that. Okay, so I'm telling you guys, the challenge is necessary. So it was because of a 7-day. My YouTube channel is currently at over 1,000 subscribers. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and ring the notification bell. It's just a little way of supporting me. And I have a video that has done over 22,000 views. I wasn't expecting that. It was just part of the, thank you so much, Moon. It was just part of that challenge. I just decided, let me just try this. And I joined the 7-day challenge by, I think it was by Dr. Malik, right? Because I will give credit to who credit is due. So I joined his challenge, and that was how I started my YouTube channel. And by the grace of God, My channel has not really kicked off because I've not really been taking it serious this year and last year, but I'm hoping to bounce back again and take it, which was one of the reasons why I thank you so much, Destiny, which was one of the reasons why I even decided to do this particular AI training on YouTube live, right? But and one of the achievements that I've gotten, as much as I've had technical glitches, is that I've been able to go live on YouTube. And it's one of those things that tells me that, okay, where I'm heading to for the year, it's actually possible. I've seen the limitations that I've faced. I've taken a constructive criticism by myself. I've done self-reflection as well, and I've seen the things that I need to do better, which is part of growth, right? So I'm hoping that this my small pep talk has inspired someone to get started with their journey on LinkedIn, and in fact their professional journey online, based on all this small talk. Just this 5 day, rather these 5 days should be enough for you to say, oh, I started this thing. I was able to get to where I am today just because I took a decision to join a 5 day AI training. And at the end of that training, I was able to get XYZ benefit out of it. And due to these benefits, that's what has gotten me to where I am today. So I'm going to tell you guys once again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time. It means a lot to me. You might not really understand, but it does. It does mean a lot to me. And with that, I'm going to be giving us our task and our assignment. So um, we are going to be doing this. So you are going to be submitting screenshots of your LinkedIn profile, the one that you've optimized. Yes. And the way you're going to do it is that you take a screenshot of your profile and then you are going to add it to a document. Maybe you can insert it inside a Google Docs and then you export it as PDF. Then you're going to upload it to the submission portal. Also, don't forget to add your LinkedIn URL because I'm going to connect with you guys. So everyone that submits their assignment, I'm going to send them a connection request. Please do well to accept it as well. And with that, we have come to the end of today's session. And once again, I'm mykailarisa, your friendly value mate. And like always, don't just get online, get noticed. Bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night, sir. Thanks for tonight.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm going to stop recording. Yeah, good night, Joylene. Good night, Moon.